So taking a closer look at what's happening near x equals -2, we can kind of see how the graphs are behaving. So if I've made a table of values here for points near -2 for the f of x, and here I've made points near -2 for the g of x. And if I plot these points, we can see that they are behaving very differently. So as I plot this point, -2.2, -1.20, this is going to be somewhere around here, -1.1, somewhere about here. And it looks like definitely as we get close to near points, we graphing coordinates near to -2, it's behaving like it's definitely pointing towards -2. Okay, so I got a plot point there, that point there, looks like some point there. So clearly it's moving in this direction, and if we plot even points closer, we're going to see that we're going to get closer and closer and closer to that value, and it looks like everything's kind of converging to -1, but then all of a sudden we're not allowed to get to -1, so we end up with a hole there. So coming in this direction, it looks like, yeah, we're approaching -1. In this direction, we're approaching -1. Okay, so what's happening? Why is it the other one looking different? Because if we graph these coordinates then, at x equals -2.2, when I plug it into the g, I'm going to end up with negative or positive 10.8, so maybe somewhere around here. And at -2.1, I'm at -20.9, maybe it's somewhere around here. Oops, just maybe somewhere around here. And then -2.05, it's starting to creep up really fast. In fact, what's happening is it's approaching in this direction here. Oops, I've done it the wrong way, sorry, my mistake. So 10.8, 20.9, and maybe 40 point something there. Okay, so then as I graph this, it looks like it's going in this direction, and it looks like it's headed up. And in fact, the numerical values as we get close to -2 are going to get even bigger, because we're going to start dividing by numbers closer and closer to 0, because the denominator is getting closer to 0. If I look at from the other side, I have points kind of here, -18.9. Okay, this is going to be -8.8, maybe somewhere around here. And as I'm approaching from this side, it looks like it's doing the same thing. It's kind of getting bigger and bigger, but it's accelerating as it's going this way. So what ends up happening then is starts accelerating towards infinity. This starts accelerating towards -infinity, because we start dividing by numbers closer and closer to 0. And what ends up happening then is we end up with this vertical asymptote near -2. So looking at it numerically, we can see that one is converging towards -1. The other one is just shooting way off. One going off to one side, going off to positive infinity, the other side going off to negative infinity.